Are we ready?
Waiting on you, Donnie. I believe.
Alrighty. Welcome to Powerless, a D&D game about superheroes. With us tonight is Kip Nurkasporgan.
Howdy.
Playing as Sledgehammer Disco. Bork.
Hello.
Playing as Sparkstorm. Manbear.
What's up?
Playing as Frequency. And me, Donnie Danger, as the DM. And to recount what happened last week, I'll begin with a summary. Last time on Powerless, our heroes arrived at the scheduled time for the 5th event of ArenaCon, the giant robot fight. In a surprise...
That's already wrong.
It's already wrong?
We did not show up at the scheduled time. We got woken and called early.
Yeah. That's right. Everybody had to wake up much earlier for this event than the other ones, which were kind of like around noonish. This one was like not even crack of dawn, like before the sun would rise, like 6 o'clock in the morning. When they arrived for the event, in a surprise twist, our heroes learned that the rules of the event had changed at the last moment due to the emergence of the virus-infected robo-bugs that had attacked ArenaCon the night before. Each team would now pilot a giant robot mech with the objective of fending off waves of bugs instead of being used in battle against one another. However, when it was time to reveal the mechs, everyone was met by a horrific surprise. Most of the mechs that were stored in the underground hangar were gone, and the entire lower section of ArenaCon was overrun with the bugs. In that moment, Gizmo Girl emerged from the command tower. Sensing Anubis's frustration at his missing mechs, she ventured downwards to reclaim 4 of them from the bugs. In a surprisingly brief moment, she returned with a small group of battle-ready mechs, although they were partially damaged. I know I didn't state that before, but they were.
That explains
Gizmo Girl, Gizmo Girl brought back Ray Blaster, a mech specializing in ranged combat with balanced stats, Gun Fortress, a slow but heavily armed tank of a mech, Blast Bomber, an odd mech with skewed abilities and an attitude, and finally Edge Harrier, an extremely agile mech that specializes in close-range combat. Before Gizmo Girl returned to Anubis' side, Frequency told Villain that she was his sister, the whole reason he came to cyberspace to begin with. Villain took a few brief seconds to process that, as he shook off whatever mind-altering spell had been affecting him, as well as everybody else at ArenaCon. With newfound clarity, he rushed his way toward Gizmo Girl, demanding that she speak with him. Anubis furiously demanded Villain to stop and return to his team, but Villain persisted, brushing off the ruler of this realm. His brashness was short-lived, however, as Villain collapsed in agony, grasping at the wound he had received in his battle with Gadget Man. Anubis gloated, declaring that the device in Villain's body that is preventing internal bleeding could be deactivated at will. At some point, Villain had passed out in duet, and Anubis had ordered his scientists to keep him alive so that he could live on to entertain him, but not without some insurance, an off switch. Frequency ran to Villain's side and lightly chastised him for falling into such a predicament. Villain cursed under his breath and returned to his squad, choosing to play Anubis' game, for now. Gizmo Girl, however, her expression was blank the whole time this transpired, but before Frequency returned to his team, he reminded her of who she was and to remember Gadget Man as well. For a brief moment, it looked like that worked. Her expression changed to something resembling surprise. But Anubis commanded she return to the throne room, and she went back to that blank expression and kind of floated back to the room. It was then that our heroes were allowed to choose one of the salvaged mechs, and they decided to pick Edge Harrier for its quick movements and powerful attacks. Due to the design of these mechs, each would require 3 pilots, and additionally, to keep them supplied with energy and restore them to their full power, the functionality that was lost while they were underground, in order to restore that, A runner would be required to salvage scrap from the subterranean supply hangar. Before departing for battle, though, Frequency attempted to discreetly fry the circuits of some of the other mechs. But he only managed to damage some circuitry on Blast Bomber without drawing attention to himself. While this was a battle of desperation, it was still also being treated as an event at ArenaCon, and each team would have 10 turns to kill as many bugs as possible for points before being resupplied by their runner. After spending a short time to restock, they would be sent back out for another 10 waves. With Sparkstorm piloting the core, Boba piloting the arms, and Sledgehammer Disco piloting the legs of Edge Harrier, our group swiftly entered battle in the pitch-black subterranean hangar. They could only see as far as the lights on their mech would allow, and over the course of only a few short turns, our team was being torn apart by unyielding attacks from the darkness by a swarm of bugs. Just as things couldn't seem to be getting any worse, an infected mech appeared with the final wave. Although its armor and weapons had rotted off, it still posed a deadly threat to our already desperate heroes. How will our heroes survive this battle? Find out tonight on Powerless.
Whoa!
Woo!
You know what I just thought of?
Huh.
Sorry, I'm stuffing my face. Y'all seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you were talking about how Gizmo Girl just went back to expressionless and went back to Anubis, why did that make me think of when the chick had the chip by what's his face at the end?
Oh. I guess I could kind of see that. Ramona and Mind Control Guy?
Yeah, Ramona had the chip. Like, she's like, yeah, he just gets in my mind. And he thought that she was talking figuratively before, and then it turned out literally that there's a chip that's attached to her cerebellum.
Huh. I guess I could see how that would make you think of that. I mean, it's not too dissimilar of a scenario.
You're acting sus, Donnie.
No, we got to look for a chip attached to the base of her neck when we go.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not confirming any specifics.
You're acting a little sus there, Donnie. Did I hit the nail on the head there? Did I hit the nail on the head? Sorry, continue.
Thematically, they're similar. That's all I'm saying. But no, you're not hitting the nail on the head.
After you talked about villain, I'm like, wait a second. How come that's a little too close to that? Anyways, your recap made me think of that. So you guys have to figure out scrap, and then we're ready to
go. Okay, so just averaging up what you get by these scrap rolls. I know that you found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nodes.
Just me. Don't forget about
I took his into account.
He got 2. No, he got 3. Gunshow got 3. I've got at least 8 makes sense. He got 3 and I got 5. Yeah, that makes sense.
You sure he got 3?
Yeah, there was 1 on his first turn, and there was 1 down here, and then there was 1 right before he met these portals. I can't actually see anything because it's all hyper light and everything like that. But I'm pretty sure he got 3.
Okay. Well, I'll say I got 8 counted here, so averaging that up, I'd say you're at about 75 scrap. Just based on what I can roll for rooms, also taking into account Gunshow's treasure find modifier. I mean, I didn't crunch numbers with a calculator, but sounds about right to me.
Also, I just realized that the my screen was not dark. I still had DM vision. Whoops.
See, I was wondering about that. Okay, did you turn it off, or do I need to go out and turn it
off? Oh, I rejoined as player. But I'm, like, you might want to check it afterwards. The fact that, like, when I signed in, I automatically had DM vision.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. I wasn't sure. All right. So, what turn do we leave off on? Oh, right. We finished frequency, so we can start off right back with turn order. So we're with Edge Harrier. So your team can begin. Remember, there's a block of actions, a set of actions for each body part, arms, legs, and Sparkstorm at the core. As long as you're aware of what you can all do on a turn, you may begin.
Just throwing this out there, Polar Knights just said, as a barber, I love this game and the men's cams. It is every single stage of beard growth. I appreciate that, Polar. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I was
Thanks.
Pick to that camera. Okay. Oh, sorry. The chili oil is really getting me. They made a fresh batch and a little spicy.
Hmm.
It just means it's working.
All right, so the three people that we see are alive.
Well, those two tokens, the Sparkstorm and Boba token, you guys are just using to keep track of the numbers. They're not really
Yeah,
there.
I'm talking the enemies here.
Oh yeah, the enemies, they are there. They're alive.
I call down to Canervishberg and say, so, got any ideas here? Do you need any energy?
I think we're... After this round, we'll need some energy, but we're good for the moment. As far as ideas go, we're not currently grappled, right?
No.
Hey, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was about to breathe, and then chili got me. A 5x5 area. Would that hit both of those guys? Like the two big guys on the corners of my vision?
Yeah, I know. I wrote those AoEs weird. 5x5, I'd pretty much just been up to 2 grids away, I think. So 3x3 would be everything adjacent to you. So it probably wouldn't hit this guy.
Actually, I would.
But would that...
No, I would.
It would?
So you're saying 2.5 of these grids, right? 2 and left. So if I start here, this is like a half.
Oh.
1, 2. It would cover this grid. And then 1, 2. Right? So that's technically 2, 4, and then I get a half. And then 2, 4. Like if I centered it. Hey, hang on. Rectangle, we can do this. I'm doing this lefty also. Okay, so we're looking at like this, right? Is that a 5x5?
Yeah. Well, maybe if you're like a one-person token. But yeah, translate that up a little bit to this mega size. When I say 3x3, that's just everything adjacent to you. 5x5 would be everything 1 grid past that. Just because I mislabeled the AoEs. I wasn't accounting for the size increase.
Okay, my idea does not work because I was thinking So this is technically like not 4 squares. This is 8 squares, right?
Yeah, 1,
Or
2,
10.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's yeah. That looks yeah.
Was your thought jump down 1 and then thruster up with the leg blades?
No, I was going to use a
Oh,
core attack. I have a core
I should
attack
also
that has a 5x5 AoE.
using
Oh.
thrusters will prevent opportunity attacks as well.
I mean, I don't think that's as big a deal because they're just gonna spit acid at us anyway.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, we're getting hit. Granted,
No.
that one's got a big fuck off sword and that one's got crazy arms, so maybe the spit's not the worst thing they could hit us with.
Um, roll knowledge check. Both you guys.
Oh, this ought to be good.
A 17 plus modifier.
Okay. Well, frequency, you've noticed at the very least that the only ones that were attacking from a range are the flying ones.
Why would
Oh,
I
the-
notice that?
All the grounded ones actually have been getting close up and personal.
Why would I notice that?
He met me.
Yes, you're not part of this. You're running
You
around.
said
sometimes.
frequency.
Oh, I said frequency. I meant Sparkstorm. I misspoke.
Wait, so the one at the top of my sphere there, that's flying?
Yeah.
Well, that changes some things.
Yeah. Ah. We can make this work though. 'Cause I think if we can take I'm like game planning in the split second. I'm like, if we can take these guys out, I have a feeling we only have like 1 or 2 more left.
I also want to
Ooh,
clarify the
sonar.
flying ones
Sonar.
are still. The flying ones are on level with you. It's not like you have to use range attacks to hit them. I'm just mean like, if you use that
Bullshit.
jump attack,
We used our lunge and it did not hit a flying guy last time.
well, yeah, that's. I was just about to say, if you use something that has that ground-based attack, that was like a ground-based AOE.
Yeah.
It didn't hit it because
Like I said,
it was in the air.
like we said, that changes things. We were going to use
Okay.
that, but you told us it was flying now. Sonar.
All right, sonar. That's 5 energy. You see that there is a large target over here.
Can you put little circles that I... Oh, no, you can't. I can be able to see it.
A mid-sized target over here. Another mid-sized target over here. Oh, another mid-sized target over here. You want me to do it again?
1, 2, 3. You exposed 4, right?
Yep. And then these 2 that you can clearly see. Oh, 3. There's this little guy over here.
I go, never mind. We have 4 more hidden in the fog of war over there, or in the darkness. But how far can that lunge go? Like
The jump one?
how far? I'm asking a sledgehammer.
As far as jump goes, I don't know. It doesn't list a distance. As far as movement total, 6 mega plus 4 spaces if we use thrusters. So I don't know if that means
well
8 grid
plus.
spaces or 10.
Oh, is that your plus with your modifier?
With my modifier, I think we get an extra 1.
So 7 plus 4 thrusters. I go, well, we have, and I convey, like, we have 1 northwest, 1 west, 1 southwest, and we have 1 to the north, where that flying guy is. I could take out these 2 from here, and if we have enough distance, we could jump up there and try our hand at the two up there.
I have a quick question. Can this mech dance?
No.
It can do whatever you want it to do. We have the power.
I mean, like,
In that I'm controlling the legs. I was just figuring if there was a possibility. But if no, that's fine.
maybe there is. I would have you probably roll performance if you legitimately wanted to dance with a giant mech while you're piloting it.
Well, just using the bust a move ability, specifically pirouette to increase our dodge for the next round.
You have the synergy stat, right? You have at least 2 points in it.
Well, I thought I did, but now it's blank. Let me see.
You have to have at least 4.
Yes, synergy I have 2.
Oh.
Okay, I'll let you apply bust a move through its legs.
That's cheating.
But you're going to have to roll both a tech and a performance skill check.
I swear to God, I asked you if I could apply my heat cold to the blades, and you said no, and my synergy is higher than his.
That's a power. He's just using some sort of...
He's
He's
busted.
using it.
He's busted a move in the leg cockpit, and then it's perking himself
The
up.
legs are where moves are busted.
And it's still not free. I'm having to make 2 skill checks.
I mean, that's just science.
Yeah, so...
I see
To
who's
be
the
fair,
favorite.
The dice would have to like me twice.
I see who's the favorite. The DM's got favorites.
this could go terribly wrong.
Okay. I can only
The
donate
only
30
other thing
per
I can
body
think
part.
of is to jump in place.
I can only donate 30 per body, or 30 one body part per turn, or 30 per body part.
I think it's 30 divvied up as you please.
Per turn?
Yeah, per turn.
Do you need energy?
I'm good. But like currently I'm thinking if I just jump in place, that'd do 5 mega damage to everyone that's right on us, which is 3 enemies.
It's only
And I
2.
think that would still leave our movement up to get up to whoever's north of us.
You're trying to hack my fucking game?
Heck, we're getting Eiffel Towered by weird zombie bugs. I'm trying to survive.
No,
My
I like
options are jump or dance.
I
as
like
far
your
as I'm
idea.
concerned.
But I can take these 2 out easily. But if we can travel and then still have movement after that, I'd rather use a jump to move towards the other enemy.
All right. I'm still not clear how far we can get with a jump.
Just whatever movement action you haven't used, that's how far you can jump, I'll say. With a cap of
okay.
With a cap of like maybe 5 spaces. I don't know.
And then we get to, then we can move after that.
I'll arbitrarily cap the jump at 5 spaces. Yeah, and then you can move with your remaining movement after that.
We can move up 2 spaces. That'll put us in melee range with whoever's to our north, and that leaves us with 4 spaces of movement without using thrusters.
Oh yeah,
Hey, buddy.
that flying bug's not gonna work
Go
with the
upstairs and
jump
get a box
attack.
of crackers.
Can you pick with your
What do you mean by that?
Like the
legs?
I'm sure for a dice roll, we could try and jump onto a flying enemy.
the square crackers.
Here's the
Cheat it.
downside. The dice have not been kind to us so far.
Me by that meant the me.
DM, before we execute, I have one final question. Actually,
Yes.
it doesn't matter because I could just do it afterwards. I was gonna say if we use the jump attack if I'd be able to have the arm attack at the same time we're jumping. But that wouldn't.
No,
Yeah, that doesn't matter because we could just attack afterwards. Oh,
yeah.
So, all right. What about this Carnivorous Burger or Sledgehammer? I use Blade Barrage on these guys, the two in front of us, and I know there's more. There's the least amount of people to our east. So if we use that, and there's the most to our west and south, then we can jump. What, 5 spaces up, and hopefully one of the two are not flying, and then whichever one's left over, the arms, which just uses their sword on it. Unless you'd rather just run up there. We could just run up there.
I mean, it's a roll of the dice. It's not that expensive compared to movement, especially chipping the thrusters. Sounds like a plan.
Cool. And then they'll at least like give
Jump
us
up how many spaces?
like up to here. Oh wait,
5? Okay.
5 mega space? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm attacking these two down here with Blade Barrage. Deal 25 mega damage and a 5x5 AoE.
All right. You take out this one for
Which one?
20. Actually, before I tell you, I got to reference how many points they give. Okay, you take out this one, gaining 2 points. It's mid-sized spider. Deal 25 mega damage to this big one, zombie mech. It's still standing. Then you perform your jump.
Yes, because as we're leaving, we'll do another damage because of the leg spikes to that guy.
Oh, huh. Another 5.
Right?
Yep, that'll be another 5 energy.
Very good. You take it out.
On retreat.
Oh, and you gain 5 points for taking out the mech.
What was the first one? 2 for the medium?
2. Yep.
Who's that enemy?
I don't know. Some ad. some
Plus
game.
2 plus 5 for that big one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. Nope. All right, and then we jump up there. 5 mega movement, right? Or-
Yeah. To deal how much damage?
5 mega damage upon landing.
Name.
All right. You deal 5 mega damage to it. Are you trying to do anything else?
Depends on if it's still alive.
It's still alive.
What it says?
But if it is affected, it is prone. Assuming
Ooh.
that's the thing that can happen.
I would say it's on the ground now. All right.
The fact that we jumped over here, does it take the leg spiky stuff damage to it too?
You would have to activate the leg spikes again. It's per target.
Mm. We have movement. Correct? We have movement.
Yes. You have like maybe
We have-
2 grids.
1 grid of movement.
One diagonal.
You deal 5 damage to it, and it is still standing.
Well, we did.
Writhing on the ground.
Did we activate it that time, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're at 30 energy.
Okay, that's cool. It's the arm's turn, and he want. I called on the Boba. All right, Boba, give us your best sword spin.
Ready and willing. And with that,
10 mega damage to each of them.
you take them both out. You get 2 points for the small spider and 4 points for the giant fly.
So +6.
Yep.
I get like do a fist pump and you're like, yeah, good work, team.
Holy shit, you guys are really using this mech to its full potential this time.
I mean, we have to.
Hey, you're the one who decided to try to challenge me.
I
It's
like
actually
it.
a rough lesson.
And then after that, I transfer 15 energy to each.
That's exactly what I was going to ask for.
The arms were apparently completely drained. So
Then you could have sent me like 10.
I mean, I could send you 10 next round.
Well, no, I was at 30.
You're fine. They only do
All right.
like they only have one attack, and it's either punch, which is 5, or 10 for a power sword.
Fair.
I mean, tornado spin, but I could always give it 5 as it's using that. Okay, -30. Cool. We're at a good spot.
Okay. I'm assuming that's all your actions?
Yeah, we used like 5.
Yep. Okay, I do want you guys to do one more thing. Roll a perception check, Sparkstorm specifically.
17.
You think you hear something weird coming from the control panel, kind of like behind you, but it sort of dies down at the end of the round. It almost sounds kind of like screechy, squealy. Not something that you would expect from machinery.
Remind me at the start of the next round. I need to go wash my hands.
All right.
Oh, but yeah, that was our turn. Let me zoom out and scroll down so people can see what you guys are doing down there. Are you doing bugs first, or you do him first and then do the bugs?
Okay. Frequency and gunshow. You're up.
Yep. Yuppity yup. Okay. If I remember correctly, I was going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, well, I have to generate the room first, and it's another safe room, which means tech scrap isn't that good. You get 6. Well, let me just verify.
I'm so sorry, dude. I forgot.
You get 5 scrap from this room.
Okay.
Yeah, safe rooms
Still
are
got a lot of. I still got a lot of movement. So I'm gonna do. That was 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 17, 18. That's my end of my movement. He's gonna take the red portal.
All right. That would put him right here. Oh, no,
Damn,
right on top of it.
I went backwards. He's got 6 movement because he got all fucked up. So, oh, cool, good. I didn't just go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna go there. That'll end that turn.
Well done. And then, is everybody back? No. I think Bork is still momentarily busy.
What?
I think Bork is still busy. I'm gonna use this moment to hydrate. I'll be right back. Because we got to do the bugs turn. I wanted to be here for that.
I mean, he's got to keep track of arm and core health. Makes sense.
Oh, we're all here.
We're all here.
Bork?
We're all in this together.
Yeah. Okay, so the giant
Well,
spider.
2 of us are in this together. The other 2 are going to collect scrap.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 3. Don't forget about Boba.
Yeah, that's true. That's racist against robots.
It's so easy to forget they're there. Okay, so bugs are moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets about right there.
Oh, I don't like that.
And are there any I'm forgetting about? No, you've pretty much wiped out most of the things on this map. So that's the end of the bugs turn. Back to Edge Harrier. You guys.
I'm
One's piloting.
going to start with the sonar again.
Okay. That's 5 energy, and you notice outside your view radius, you see one here. Yep. Mid-sized one. And you see one over here, another mid-sized one. And of course, this one right here. So a total of 3 targets that are being pinged.
Oh, yeah, because we did take out that one. Okay, so like one over here, one down here.
Yep.
Okay, if my player wants to do something, does that take an action away from the mech?
Yeah. Well, from the part that you're controlling, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Is it cool if I put little dots on the map where we saw the sonar returns?
Will we be able to see it? You should go for it.
I'm not opposed to it. It's
So
just
there's
like a pilot altering his little map on his play screen.
There's one like here, right? Oh, that went away immediately.
I say one here, and then one down here.
How do I make that?
Oh, I can't keep them both on there.
Okay, so where was the first one?
This one right here. Yep.
Okay, and the second one was here. Oh, and it got rid of the first one.
Yeah, I was using mine to show where one is, and you can use yours to show where the other one is. Okay, I'll show this one.
Okay.
No, linger. Like right there.
Okay.
Is sonar a full action then?
Let me check. I should have it listed if it is.
Sonar, optimize.
I would treat it more like a free action that costs energy. It's just a perception check for the mech.
Oh, cool.
Reasonable.
I mean,
It costs any ping.
yeah, it costs energy. I mean, the body only has one action technically as Blade Barrage. So I'm pretty sure.
I mean, the chest, I mean, the core, the part that you control does have one special attack action.
But I mean, I could do 2 actions, so I could do it twice if I really wanted to, and just eat all my energy.
The way I see it, this thing is built for melee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the closer we can get to the most number of targets. is the move.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest these two are close enough together. We go hit those two at the same time. If anything, we back away because that one down there only has a certain number of movement, and we can always charge it next turn. Unless you think we could take them both out in one turn. But I figured we would.
I think even with a jump thruster combo, we wouldn't be able to get them all.
Yeah. I'd say we take out these two. Because even if we don't hit them with one attack, we can hit them with the second attack, I think. And then we back up to allow them to close the distance, and hopefully they don't spit at us.
Okay, so jumping 2, 3, 4, 5 to here.
I like that idea.
$15 energy for the jump.
How much damage?
5 mega damage, I believe.
All right. That's enough to do this fly in. Well, wait, it's flying. So it's actually immune to that jump AoE.
Yeah,
But
at least gets us in the neighborhood.
yeah.
But you do 5 damage to this big one.
Yes.
Giant scorpion.
Oh, I hit that flying one on the head with that measurement. Damn. All right. Yeah, drum blades. Do you need energy too?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sitting at 30.
How much is a thruster?
So 30.
All right.
If we're gonna use thrusters, I would recommend giving me like 10. That gives us 5 for the knee blades, and then 5 just in case. I don't think we want to see what happens if we get to 0.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, 5 would be just for movement.
Uh,
Say give me 15.
I was gonna do like 10 and 20, just because I was gonna use a power sword on. Oh wait, no, this small one is still alive. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are each of my arms?
Oh, we won't need the thrusters. That other bug's gonna be coming towards us. It'll be within movement range.
True. But I mean, I do have an idea, so I want to make sure you have space for the thrusters. I can only do one attack with my arms, right?
Yeah, but you do have a special core feature that allows each body part to get an extra turn worth of actions at the cost of HP.
HP or energy?
I don't think we have HP to spend.
It says
Well-
double energy cost. Can enhance, but you don't have. Or grants 2 times actions.
Yeah. So it's still using double the energy cost in addition to the damage to the body part.
Wait, how? It's too meta. Oh, okay. We'll start with the sword spin.
All right. How much damage did that deal?
Hold on. Yeah, okay, it does 10 mega damage.
That's actually enough to put down this giant spider and the fly.
Oh, okay, cool. And then minus 30. I'm giving 10 energy to my arms and 20 to the legs.
Okay. Are there any other actions?
Sparkstorm is gonna turn around and see what made noise behind him.
All right. You approach the control panel, and you're the mech piloting it. Nothing's locked to you. Do you just open it?
I mean, I'm having a electric ball ready to in case something jumps out at me. I'm
Okay.
priming one.
You open it, and you see something similar to what happened when you opened the control panel on that Walker mech that you assaulted. You see it kind of leads to almost a hollow with a bunch of circuitry also going down there, so could kind of jump down there if you wanted.
Yeah, that's a later type of thing.
All right.
It's not like a furry thing. It's a little amoeba sort of shapy leaf figure.
Caterpie kind of thing.
Yeah, like a caterpie, like just with a bunch of wires attached to it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If you recall exactly, that's what you saw on the other mech, yeah.
I slowly approach my hand, give it a little pat on the head, and then I shut the door and go back to my seat.
Well, it's down there, so you're not able to reach it.
Oh. Well, I do that from up here. I'm like, keep it up, buddy, and then I audibly say that, and then I close it, and then I go sit down.
Alrighty.
Be like, hey, we're in this together. If you keep us alive, I'm gonna keep you alive. Try to portray that.
Yeah. Oh, get some mech bug treats.
Yes. And then I want to
Eat circuit boards.
like rotate and face the direction of where I think the last guy is. The last bug is. How many points did we get?
Oh shit, I forgot to tell you. So that giant fly, you killed the giant fly and medium-sized spider, so that is 4 and 2, 6 points for that turn.
That was a giant fly? Okay.
A mid-size, well, yeah, mid-sized fly. The spider was large.
So it definitely looked larger than the fly. Alright, that's it for our turn.
All right, and next up are the runners. What turn are we on? We're on, I think this is 7, right?
Yeah, technically the bugs are after us, but I had to go clean my hands. So.
All right, so we're still on turn 7, which means runners. This is your 7th round. Do keep in mind you want to get back to the start point before the 10th turn.
Man bear.
Yeah.
Did you
What
hear
turn is
all
this? Turn 9?
7.
that? 7.
Oh, okay. I got plenty of time. If I remember correctly, the blue portals take me right back to the start. So,
No, the blue portals take you back to, yeah, they take you back to the start.
That's what you
Yeah.
said last time.
Yeah.
He's got this one.
All right. The room he encounters is a noxious fumes. He has roll fortitude to resist taking damage.
Okay, what's his fortitude?
It's pretty high. Forgot what it actually was. I think 6. I'm gonna give him 6.
Get a 12 or 14. Why would you roll for the character I'm controlling? I got a 14.
My bad. He passes, and with that, well, he resists some of the damage. He's not completely immune. He didn't roll high enough, so he takes 1d4 plus 4 damage. That's me. Takes 8 damage from huffing noxious fumes in this room. And he gets 14 scrap because of his treasure find.
Okay. And he's got 2 more movement. So 1, 2. Okay, my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I get this one.
All right. Again, noxious fumes, roll fortitude. No, you do not resist. You take the full damage, which is pretty high. It's very toxic air. 10 damage, and you get 12 scrap.
I get what scrap?
12.
And then I've got some movement left, so 15, 16, 17, 18. That ends my movement.
All right. And with that, the bug is up. 2, 4. It spits acid at you. Upper body take.
Thrusters!
Oh, you're doing it?
Straight
Are you
at the
activating
bug.
thrusters?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get hit by it. We're on our fucking last time. I'm gonna save the health.
Okay, take away energy and you avoid damage entirely.
All right.
And we're going
The energy
straight
and
at the bitch.
Clusters.
What do you mean we're on our last time? If that was only turn 7, I've got 3 more turns.
Yeah, no, we're gonna end early. You're fine. Don't worry.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's our last turn worth of HP. I think that's what he meant.
How far can we move?
You can move 5. Oh, with the thrusters? Let me see. I know all the mechs have their own thruster range. Let me look.
4 spaces.
I mean, all right, we can get to like on top of it. Well, I'm thrusting right at it, so
I mean, phrasing.
yes. Our technically our joint blades could hit it.
I would say if you're using thrusters as a reflexive action, you could also use leg abilities as a reflexive action.
Well,
All right, and that's 5 points of blade action.
hold on,
Right.
hold on. In that case, can I just punch it instead?
I mean, yeah.
Or is that taking too many actions?
Actually, I would lean into that taking too many actions. This is strictly leg territory here.
I mean, okay.
Strictly leg territory. Okay.
Yeah.
So are we feeling joint blades?
All right. You take
might as
it
well.
out. That was a hefty chunk of energy for that one, but you did it on its own turn.
This should win.
It activated our trap card.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. I guess it's our turn, and then we go back to like the dock, and then we just wait, start charging.
Yeah. You wait to recharge while the runners do their thing. So frequency, it is turn 8. Clock's ticking.
So technically, you have 3 full turns to do stuff. 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, so 3 movement actions to get back to the beginning.
Man bear.
Frequency, man
What?
bear.
What?
Did you hear all that?
No.
You have we just killed our last bug. You have 3 full turns to left. Because you're on turn 8, and so 8, 9, and 10. You have 3 turns.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's your room.
All right. You come across a route that's patrolled by medium-sized bugs, and
Which I automatically pass.
yes, much to my chagrin. You get 8 scrap from this one.
Did you lower my scrap because I automatically passed?
No, that's how much scrap you get from that room.
I'm just saying, it's something you would do. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, nope, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he just entered a treasure room, but it's nope, not quite. Close, but not there. So that's his turn 8. This is no, that was turn 9 for him. He might not make it back. This is turn 9 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Treasure.
Oh. I think I have to put the 1 before the D7, otherwise it's just a 7. Okay, so you get a basic room, and tell me when your action would normally...
What?
Wait, how many actions did you take since... Is this round
is-
8?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It's 9.
Okay, you get 1 more movement action then?
No, I've
2
got.
more?
Well, I get 2 basic actions. I use 10 of my movement, so I've got 8 more movement.
Okay. You get 5 scrap.
Okay.
Before you continue, or, well, finish your movement action.
I'm getting there. 11, 12, 13, and then portal back to the beginning since it's turn 9 and I don't want to push it. And then he's got to go 1, 2.
Well, wait. Sparkstorm. You guys did stop early, so I'm going to give you this brief moment. You don't have a lot of time. Technically, the runners have like maybe 12 seconds to get back to you. You're docked. Waiting for repairs. Is there anything urgent you want to take care of before the runners finish their turns?
I mean, get a little extra charge, start doing basic repairs, get a couple HP. Like if I see a hose leaking, I'm gonna try taping it up real quick. Like I'm sure there's a basic first like repair kit on these mechs.
Okay, that's just what I want to make sure. No, the mech is much too big for you to get anything meaningfully done before the runners do their thing.
Yeah,
It's
you
not a
can
matter
do
of skill,
thing.
it's just a matter of practicality. The mech is enormous.
Thought you said these were
Alright.
the small ones.
No,
Just
they're
kidding.
I got them
I'm-
class. Okay,
I'm
I was
just
just about to
messing
say I got them classified as giant size. Okay, so frequency, you're allowed to continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
So like I said, Frequency's taking the portal back to the beginning, and he moved 1 movement so far, and he got his next treasure room. And I'm gonna hope I can get him to an exit in the next 2 turns.
Okay, well, tell me where you're going, and keep in mind.
I need treasure room.
Oh. Okay. Wait. Who's moving?
This guy. Gunshow.
Oh, he hit a room. Okay, so
Yeah.
I gotta spawn in the room. That is a unstable structures ahead. Beware of cave-in. Okay, he's got a roll reflex, so +2.
15.
He manages to avoid falling rocks.
Sweet.
And he gets 12 scrap. And with that, there's one more turn of movement.
Give me a second here. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes it. Portal to beginning.
All right. So we are back in the hangar.
I got 131 scrap.
Very well done. So look at, I'm sure I got a table saying how much scrap it costs to recharge HP and MP. Reference that for what you're restoring to different body parts, and then there's a myriad of upgrades available to you as well. You guys going over it all?
Let's see.
Oh, also RP wise, you're back in the hangar. Frequency got back with a bunch of scrap. It's technically unstable dualium, and when Frequency gets back, you kind of are at like an upper level, like a mid level between the battle arena where you guys were at. It was originally the hangar where all the mechs were stored. This is kind of like a midway station between the top of ArenaCon and where you guys were fighting. So this hangar is kind of its own compartment, elevation-wise. And you see Gizmo Girl is actually taken, kind of like standing up there, and she's kind of like waving her hands around, and all the scrap seems to stabilize. And she kind of just leaves.
Oh, I wanted to watch it, see if I could pick up a thing or two.
Okay. Roll perception before she departs.
Also, while I think about it, how many points do we get for last bug?
2.
Yeah. I think it's a 7. So a natural 20.
For your perception?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Hey, you're the one who gave me it.
Yeah. You're perceptive enough to know that what she's doing isn't something that's skill related. You see that whatever she's doing, it's an ability inherent to her.
Cool. So you said something about like a table of like how much scrap equals what?
Yeah. Let's see. I gotta have it in here somewhere.
I get out, I'm like, or like we're since we got done a little bit early, we're there, we see Frequency. Wait, did Frequency and Gunshow show up at the same time, or was it like a lift to bring the scrap up? And we just don't have communication between us.
So they technically arrived kind of in this midsection where you are at the same time.
Okay, good. No, hey, what took you guys so long?
So long, I'm a turn early.
Yeah, well, we finished we finished like 30 seconds ago.
Well, you know, you're supposed to be out there killing bugs. You shouldn't be finishing early unless the bugs are all dead.
Yeah,
Are they all dead?
Bugs to kill.
yeah, we killed them with plenty of time.
Oh, well then, congratulations. Good job.
Although, not gonna lie, I think operating a big, machine with a lot of energy, I swear they were heat-seeking missiles at us. Like, one turn, Like we take out 2 of them, the next thing you know, we take a step, and then we are surrounded by 5 of them. Like they came out of nowhere.
Well, I really don't know what to say, honestly.
A gun show is just like, well, it wasn't so bad in those tunnels outside of that, them fumes.
Oh, I'm sure they're good for your soul, gun show.
I don't know about that.
I said your soul, not your lungs.
Oh, well, maybe. What doesn't kill you? Sometimes it makes you stronger.
Oh, sorry. Where was that grid? Or
Oh, the chart. Okay. Let me copy and paste this information just because I'm not sure if we did that initially. Let me go to your character sheet. Copy and paste that there. Find all your mech information. Okay, so scroll down. I got it listed at grid cell 235. I just copy and pasted some stuff.
you deleted something.
Yeah, it's information.
You
The
go to the
scrap.
man behind the curtain.
These are notes to myself. Create maze for technician. Do this and that. Okay, so the repair stuff is right there.
So repair, we get 10 scrap for 50 health or 10 scrap for 50 energy. Uses tech skill to heal damaged body parts.
I mean, we're short 25 health on the legs.
Before we do that, can I take, since we have like 2 turn or 3 turns for whatever, the arms are short, what, 35 energy? And the legs are short how much?
The legs are short 85. We are at 15 out of 100 energy on the legs.
If you're asking if you can divvy out 10 scraps for 50 health and be like 40 for this part and 10 for that part, just going to say no.
That's not what I was gonna ask. Wait,
Okay, I just want to make sure that's out there.
where's the energy? Oh, arms 100. Wait, arms have 100 energy? I did not use the arms that much.
Because
Yeah,
neither one of you are technically controlling them. You probably barely think about them.
Yeah, but we're down to 15. Like, we only punched like 3
Oh,
times.
that's on legs. Are the arms down to 15 too?
Apparently so, but I don't remember using that much energy of arms. Like, we barely used the arms until today. We punched like 2 or 3 times. Basically, I wanted to... Okay, I guess, never mind. I want to take, since we have a couple turns when we got back to the docks, can I just siphon the core energy into the arms and legs? That way, we can just dump the scrap for energy and it just goes straight to the core.
Yeah, I'll allow that. It's a good loophole, and I think it's totally fine.
Just that's easier. It's easier to manage with them both full. I'm pretty sure I only put 60 in there for the legs or arms to begin with. Yeah. So health, that's a different story. And you said for like divvying up health points, we can't split
No,
those.
it's 10 scrap for 50, and it has to go to the part that you're divvying it to. That 50 HP.
That's 10 for 50. What if we only need 25? We burn 5 scrap for 25?
No.
Oh,
You're using chunks of restabilized dualium. Once you use it for an intended purpose, it dissipates. Can't use a little bit of it for something and then a little bit of it for something else.
okay.
So the leg's energy is fully healed. Or the legs are full of energy. Okay, so yeah, how much scrap did we get?
Quite a bit. Frequency, how much did you get?
131.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't need to be shy about it.
Jesus.
And you had 2 runners and one of them had super speed.
Told you it was a good idea to switch.
So we take 10, so that's 60. It's 300 to max out energy of the core. It'll be 6 batches. It's 300 divided by 50 is 6, so 60, right? Yeah. And then how much do we have left? Sorry.
How much did you spend?
How much do we have total? Frequency.
Frequency,
My total was 131.
131. Okay, so we have 70 left. Because really the energy was the sink. Because, I mean, we lost 60 HP on the core, but we only start with 120, so... I mean, we could do core, legs, and arms. And we're pretty much maxed on legs and arms and almost maxed on core for our HP. And we still have 30 scrap left over.
Then it's upgrade time.
Did that sound good to you? Wait, how much?
as long as you're keeping track of everything, I'm trusting you. So, do you
Alright.
have anything?
131 minus 60. And then minus 30 then. Yeah. So we have 41 left. And then so plus 50. And then arms are plus 50. Minus 14, because that we only have 60 to begin with. I'll take that overflow. All right. Yeah, so in terms of upgrades, what are we feeling? How important are the leg upgrades for you? Because we can either do one arm and then one of something else, 2 arms, or the legs and both the core ones.
Honestly, the only leg upgrade is like movement, and I feel like we've been fine on movement. I don't think we're hurting for speed.
Helps that we can move 7.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot bigger if we a lot bigger deal if we had like the normal. Although gain +3 more, we can move 10 spots. Is that 5? Wait, is it 5 energy just for moving, right?
Yeah,
It's not per square. Okay.
just for the action of moving, not per square.
So
I mean, the blade barrage increase seems pretty useful.
Upgrade 10, scrap, blade barrage, damage, +5 damage, +1 range. So that's a 6x6 AoE.
Well, it sounds like it's a choice. It's either
No,
plus
no,
five
no.
damage,
Okay.
plus one range, or 10 energy cheaper.
Yes. So you could get the increased damage and range or decreased energy.
Oh, damage and range is a combo deal.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. I was not feeling that one initially.
Otherwise, I was thinking like maybe the shield.
I was thinking the
here,
shield
like,
too.
because getting hurt hurts.
There's a bunch of. Oh, he just repeated the same one a bunch of times. Let's fix that.
Whoops.
Upgrade 15 scrap, shield weapon, 50 HP, absorbs all damage from the front. Okay, that's a heavily favored one. We can do a dual wield weapon. Does the shield bash count as a dual wield? And then a spear, and all the actions gain 2 times range.
My question with the dual wield is, does that only apply to arm actions?
Yeah.
Because if so, there'd be twice the nothing we've been doing with arms. If it applies to all attack actions, that would whip ass.
Trying to think here.
Like dual wield plus the blade barrage would be busted.
I mean, my
I'm
core
trying to
automatically has
Right.
two times actions.
Keep in mind, when I say 2 times action, that's still 2 energy costs. So,
Yeah.
okay. Just want to make sure.
I mean,
I'll fucking give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll just say the dual wield upgrade not only increases.
it's
you
a
know,
software
yeah,
update. Got it.
It's a software update. It makes the whole
us
act
twice
faster.
as spiky.
The fact that
Which is
the blade does not have a kick, I'm a little upset with, by the way.
just an unholy blob of spikes and blades.
Could have sworn I gave it a kick action.
I was looking
that's-
because I was going to have him do that before, but it
I think
was.
there is.
Oh, yeah.
5 energy, shake off grapple targets.
It's in the all leg actions, not the specific ones. I didn't copy those
Yeah.
ones. Whoops. I'm gonna change that now.
Yeah, generic actions. Everything can do that. All the mechs.
I'm gonna put those right up here with everything. Okay, yeah. So definitely shield. Kind of feeling like that has to happen because I'm expecting these guys to get stronger.
For this, it really does have to be one weapon upgrade. It's shield, dual wield, or spear.
Oh, they get an earthquake emitter? Why were those?
Yeah, but like we wanted to be fast.
That's true.
One of these mechs is a fan of chili dogs, and that's the one we chose.
All right.
So
Okay, so we can't do both 2 arm ones.
I'm also feeling the shield. So now it sounds like we can choose between
The legs or the
the
body.
upgraded blade barrage or increased movement.
keep in mind, there's also the vision upgrade. 10 scraps. View distance has been a problem for you guys.
I wouldn't say. I mean, it hasn't been a problem on our turn.
Yeah, but it has been costing us 5 energy per round to ping the sonar.
That's fine. I ended with like over 100 energy on the core.
Here's the thing, you say that's fine, it's going to cost us. You do not say those things out loud. No, it's been like a brutal and expensive. Honestly, it's been a detriment to our.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was just taking assumptions there.
Wow, really selling it there. I believe you.
Excellent. Okay, so again, yeah, I don't feel like we've been hurting for movement.
We've
There are
been
some of
making
these
do.
that there are some of upgrades I'm letting you guys stack. Shield. I guess I could make it a great shield if you really want.
One on the front, one on the back.
Yeah, if you guys wanted that. But
I
that
mean,
would
wouldn't
slow
be
you guys
worth it.
down. If you wanted to do something crazy like that, like upgrade shield twice in order to like a great shield or back-to-back shield, I would lower your movement by 2.
Congratulations, we've made the heavy tank out of the light one.
With
Now
none
it
of the
has
extra.
all of the downside and like one upside.
Um, I I think the best part of the Blade Barrage is the +1 range.
That comes packaged with the +5 damage.
Yeah, I was like that.
I'm feeling the same way.
Like I don't know which one I'm leaning more
Like
towards.
we
But
get to protect, but we also get to attack.
I would cap Blaze Barrage at 2 upgrades. So
I mean, we're only doing one. We're doing the shield and then the whichever one we choose here. But like,
I mean, unless we want to double up on the Blade Barrage and increase our movement, just like go crackhead fast. But I am feeling the shield. The single shield doesn't slow us, right?
no.
no, because like we have a blade on our right hand and it's basically like our left hand. So we're like dual wielding one shield and well,
I mean, it's a mech. They could slap an extra hand on us.
yeah.
Not in my upgrade chart, unfortunately.
Do cartwheels like a motherfucker.
Yeah, let's just do Blade Barrage then. So we have 6 scrap left over. So we'll take the shield weapon. And then the Blade Barrage upgrade.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I zoned out. What exactly are you getting?
On our core, we're taking the Blade Barrage, the +5 damage and +1 range.
Okay.
And then for the, we'll take the arm, the shield weapon.
Okay. You only had, okay, I thought you had a lot more scrap than that.
I had 31.
Okay. I mean, it's still a pretty good upgrade.
41?
No, 30.
Wait, 131 minus.
This many in binary.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the math that I typed in. I did 131 minus 60 minus 30. Did I use an extra
I mean,
10 somewhere?
I wouldn't be mad about that. And yeah, that math does check out.
60 for the
If you
health,
want to take a moment,
or 60 for the energy, and then 3 for health. Yeah, we have an extra 10. Let's throw. Screw it. Let's throw the vision on top. You want to throw a vision on top?
Can we throw the vision on top? I thought we were limited to one per section.
no.
Just the arm one.
The upgrades.
Oh, so vision and Blade Barrage can coexist.
Yes.
Sure.
The arm ones are a different case just because you're occupying an arm space or just giving yourself almost a different class.
The core ones are software updates, while the arm one is a hardware update.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Would spear weapon, so all actions gain 2x range, would that also apply to the blade barrage?
I would say yeah.
Are you looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? I still feel like the shield is the way to go, but
Yeah,
I'd be lying if I said that wasn't tempting.
I'd say screw the vision. We have an extra 6. We could shield weapon and get the software update for the spear weapon. Yeah,
I mean, shield and spear, that's a combination going back to the Bronze Age.
yeah. I have a feeling he intended on it only like the arm actions, but it should work. If it worked for the core, that'd be cool. No, let's just let's do the we'll have 1 scrap left over. We'll do shield, vision, and then blade. Or the barrage.
Okay.
Nice.
Going to go in, increase your robot's vision.
Please do.
Those numbers aren't going to be perfectly accurate just because 2 reasons. I didn't take into account mega distance. And 2,
distance.
Yeah. Mega distance. I originally intended for there to be a kind of like a view in front of you and a radius of sight around you. So it's just the radius.
Yeah, the 6 natural light, or like the 5 natural light and 10 viewing distance, 10 in front and 5 around. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of bump the number up from what I originally would do because you're restricted to 1 light source, which is the radius, and make a distance. So there we go. You can see much further now. Okay.
Now
and
that is getting somewhere.
Before we go into the next round, the screens light up, and you see the announcer mention, and to the crew members patiently awaiting their next chance in the limelight, let's see what is happening on the ground with Bomb Blaster and the Ravagers.
Oh snap.
And the camera pans to the Ravager team. Give me a second.
They got the bomber one?
Yep. So the camera pans and you see Bomb Blaster, the Mohawk having big old robot that Villain picked, or some of you aren't aware that he's Villain. The Ravager team leader picked as their mech. And you see it kind of throw a kind of giant cluster grenade that destroys a bunch of bugs that were grouped up and ready to swarm it. And as it does that, without warning, it's taken by surprise by a giant bug that strikes from the side. And you can hear the actual audio from the crew members. Seems ArenaCon is equipped to kind of hear all the good shit, even amidst the chaos. As the giant scorpion strikes from the side, Bomb Blaster is trying to emit its thrusters. Activate thrusters, dodge out of the way. But just then you see its ankle kind of seize up. Bomb Blaster experiences a malfunction as it attempts to use its leg thrusters to avoid an attack from a giant scorpion bug. Its leg freezes up as it is impaled by the scorpion. But before Bomb Blaster can launch a counterattack, it is blindsided by a zombified mech from behind and is pinned down as it's swarmed by a legion of smaller bugs. The ArenaCon audio detection is fine-tuned to hear audio from mech pilots and ground personnel, even through the chaos of some of these events. Ramses, explains. Boss, arms are down, and legs aren't responding. We need to sacrifice our points for a power-up. No, forget it. We don't have enough points for that crap. We can't get last place again. Then what? Screw the mech. Just keep the lights on. I'll destroy them all with my own power. Just then you see a ray of light burst forth from Bomb Blaster's head cockpit and pierce through the zombie mech that was pinning it down from behind. Villain is standing triumphantly on its corpse as he shoots rays of light from his fingertips, wiping out anything that gets within view of Bomb Blaster's light radius. Their armor and size offers them no protection from his attacks, as each one is eradicated effortlessly, while he grins and laughs maniacally. See this, Anubis? I don't need your toys to beat your stupid little game. Just then, when it looked as if there were no more bugs left, the giant scorpion that attacked Bomb Blaster re-emerged from the shadows. But just before Villain could kill it, he seizes up and falls from the top of the mech, his light ray only managing to destroy one of its pincers. Though he only fell from a height of about 20 feet, a shadowy figure darted from the shadows to catch him. It was the Ravager Ninja, the team member who was sent out as a runner for the team. He came back. Villain winced and struggled to speak. What are you doing? Boss is always foolish. Fall from this high would be bad for him. Wait, you... Boss save strength. We always knew you were soft human. No need to act strong. Let us fight for you. You morons, just run. Villain utters before passing out. The ninja set Villain down, and the other Ravagers stood at his side as they faced down the Scorpion. The Bladesman, the large Ravager with a massive sword, spoke his mind. You saw us as more than just junk. We'll show you, boss, that you were right. Put your trust in us. The Ravager gunner charges up his gun arm and says, We may not have what it takes to be supervillains, but we aren't powerless. A full power blast from the gunner strikes the Scorpion directly in the face, and as it's reeling from that attack, the ninja darts toward the Scorpion, climbing nimbly up its arms and towards the neck to deliver a killing blow. But the Scorpion regains its balance and bites at the ninja as he's climbing, crushing him in its jaws. The gunner tries to shoot again to free his ally, but the Scorpion fires a blast of its own from the tip of its tail. The energy blast consumes the Ravager gunner's attack before landing on the outmatched gunner, leaving nothing behind but some oil and mangled gears. All that time, the burly swordsman had been winding up a powerful swing, which landed and cut through one of the Scorpion's legs. As the Scorpion scuttled to adapt to having less footing, the swordsman released a hasty chop with less windup, eager to avenge his fallen friends. But his sword halted partway through the other leg, getting stuck in. With that, the Scorpion crushed the swordsman with its remaining arm. With all the Ravagers dead, the Scorpion advanced toward the collapsed villain, but before it could kill him, a mysterious figure emerged. Give me a second. Before it could kill him, a mysterious figure emerged from the shadows. This concludes our halftime show. The figure huffs for breath as he sprints quickly out of the camera's reach while carrying Villain.
I kind of sigh and go, fuck, now I gotta save him again too.
And with that, the feed kind of like just was panning over like this empty battlefield. And you see the giant Scorpion kind of just back off into the shadows. I'm seeing a bunch of rolls.
I was just doing math. We didn't actually get the vision because my arm energy was super low for some reason.
Oh, okay. So you got to take that back.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. No, we're fine. No, the arms don't take that much energy. We're good.
Okay. And with that, you guys just kind of watched the halftime show, I guess, according to the guy who just carried Villain off camera.
Like, good. Now we're gonna have to fight that thing.
I'm more worried about the fact that now I have to save Villain.
It's okay. We have a mech. We got this.
You think they're gonna let us keep their mech?
Well, where is he? Where do you have to save him from?
Probably dickhead.
Oh,
As far as keeping the mech goes, it's powered by a weird bug, right?
yeah. It's like a little catter.
All we have to do
Something.
is just like Airbud. If the bug likes us more than it likes Anubis, the mech is ours.
Yeah, but it's not a matter of like, considering he has the Star Force of control. I mean, I could try to free him, but that really hasn't been working in this arena.
I mean, we're below the
Still say
arena.
by Airbud rules, if the bug likes us more, it's our mech. We just need to find mech bug treats, whatever they like. I don't know, batteries? Just throw some AA batteries at its head.
Yeah, we could just
I mean-
scavenge the batteries from the other ones.
Coming up with some decent ideas here.
Hey, I'm all for keeping a mech like that. I don't know what more my parents would say, but you got a pilot.
Well,
That's
that mech,
redemption.
can we keep him?
I promise
As long
I'll
as you
walk
take
him.
it for walks and clean up after it.
Also, Frequency, roll a perception check with advantage.
Okay. What is my perception? +7. 24.
You recognize that voice. It's Killjoy.
Fuck.
Once again, crashing another party.
God damn it. God damn it. And he's got baby knee. Okay, we might need the mech after all. Just saying. If you can convince little worm dude to join us after we leave this area, we'll probably need it.
Wait, what additional voice? Oh, the guy helping.
The guy who rescued Villain.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Do we have a lull before we go back in?
Yeah, I mean, you guys got some time. I'm going to say 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's a good amount of time.
I pull Frequency to the side. I'm like, hey, I was planning on telling you this before, but then the whole thing with Villain and Gizmo Girl, and then Lord Anubis got upset, and then we got thrown into this battle without being able to like really think about what was going on. And I start to describe to him what Angelica has said to me, or General Justice. Lieutenant Liberty messaged me saying that there's another group that's off doing something else. And what was the other part of it? There's something before that one.
Alloy Man is clearly not just Alloy Man, is being controlled by the director of their science division. Yep. Well, Frequency knows that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll follow. I'll start with that, and because like just to confirm whatever we thought beforehand, and then I proceed to say like, and she said that there's another force group that's not in this location and is off doing like off on assignment. I believe that's what she said.
There's other operatives performing a side mission
Oh.
parallel to this one, and that Alloy Man doesn't seem to be affected by whatever control Anubis has over everybody else at ArenaCon.
Oh yeah,
Mouse is already controlling him.
and that. Oh yeah,
Well, I
and
chime in. I chime in and I go, well, if I remember correctly, there was 8 members of Force in my universe, and that counted Angelica, Sparky, the Incredible Hunk, Alloy Man, General Justice, and then there's Malice, who's technically part of Force, but also kind of a shitbag evil genius. And there was 2 more that I can't remember. And they would often go on separate missions because they're pretty strong in general. As far as Alloy Man not acting himself, that's probably Malice. He has a tendency to program in viruses and backdoors so he can control tech.
ah. Oh, I got powder with this. Nope, that's a bad way. Nope.
And especially considering we already beat up Aluminum Man, or Alloy Man, or whatever he is. That was probably when Malice got his fingers inside of him, because I'm sure General Justice took him to Malice to get him fixed up after we beat him up.
Oh, actually, that's not true. That's not true because the Alloy Man that you beat got turned into a kid.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And the Alloy Man you've seen at ArenaCon, a little smaller and looks different than the alpha version that you fought in the lab.
Okay. So Malice is making him. He was probably using the one we fought and turned into Kid, who we then gave to my parents. He probably used him as a template and is now building his own Alloy Men.
It's like a Mach 1, Mach 2, and
Yeah,
probably Mach 5.
probably something like that. And I'm sure he's got overrides and everything else hooked into it to make sure that Captain Douchebag up in his throne can't take control of him. Malice was evil, but he was also smart.
Beneficial for now.
If you could get a hold of those codes, you might be able to use them on some of Anubis's people and break them of his control, but you would have to be careful to not give control over to Malice.
Easy peasy. At that point, like, yeah. So you're saying get a hold of Alloy Man, take Malice's fingers out of his back door, and reprogram it so I can use it for my own purposes.
Well, if this Alloy Man is actually a replica of the one we kind of sort of kill saved, you really don't even have to save it. You could probably just fucking scrap him and take his code.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have to be technically, quote unquote, alive. I'm actually like air quote alive in order for me to retrieve the code. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Okay.
Sledgehammer Disco, are you doing anything during all of this?
Smoking, drinking.
Grabbing his flask.
Oh, no. I'm not about to drive drunk, especially not in a mech.
It's funny. I think of it like this.
Sure.
Like he's like a what 28, 30-year-old detective with superpowers watching this 20-year-old calmly talk to this 16-year-old about world-shaking issues.
40.
And we're just
40.
chatting
He
like
hasn't
it's
been
fucking
hip
Tuesday.
for decades.
Yeah, you're just watching all this being like, this might as well be Latin to me.
Yeah. They're talking about backdoors, like, okay, cool, that's a hacker thing. I know that at least. Hackers are always talking about backdoors.
Backdoors, I understood that.
And people who are addicted to porn love backdoors. Oh,
I guess that's how they get those free accounts. They hack into those sites. What else could that mean? Yeah, no, that's whack. I'm just reviewing the control panel and all that, seeing if there's any buttons I didn't push during our last fight. just looking for ideas. Is what the hell is even happening?
Yeah, and Gunshow kind of just walked in, looked at all the buttons left.
All this talk of Aluminum Man and like who? Sure, yep.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. You came into this adventure at a very strange point.
You say that like there was a very normal point.
There really wasn't.
Never. After the conversation, like then I'd want to respond to the text message. But like yeah, that can be happening. Like I'll text him as we get loaded into the thing.
Okay. If there's nothing else, think about what you want to text. But I think this will conclude tonight's adventure until next week.
I mean,
Will we continue with?
I know what I want to text, but as we go, I just want to respond like, hey, Angelica, or I actually don't. Did she use my real name or did she say Sparkstorm?
Sparkstorm.
She said Sparkstorm.
Okay, I said, hey, Lieutenant, I want to like, kind of don't. I want to disguise it in case someone else. Hey, Lieutenant. Thanks for the information. We'll follow up on. We probably could follow up on the leader too after this. Also, would like to meet up with you after this event, before the final ceremonies, since I was hoping to this morning, but we kind of got pulled into this event very quickly.
All right. You send that message, and before you hear a response, well, it's marked as read. I'll say that.
She left me on red. Oh, god damn it!
Man, that's cold. That's straight cold, man.
Perhaps
To be fair, I left her on red for like 4 hours while we were doing this thing because I read it. It was like, oh, I should talk to Frequency about that, and then all of a sudden we got thrown into this battle. I'm like, oh, well, that's not gonna happen.
No, because if you look at it from proper D&D logic, we only spent 10 turns.
So in a minute,
it's 6 seconds to turn, so she was left on red for 1 minute.
plus,
And if you really want to go into the whole conversation aspect of it, maybe 5 minutes.
yeah, so
That's not that bad.
left her on red for 5 minutes. Okay, I felt like 4 hours. Honestly, it felt like a week.
I want to be young and in love.
the wizened words.
All right, that's what I wanted to reply. So I'm good.
All right. Is a good stopping point for everybody?
Yes. My butt hurts and I need a cigarette.
All right.
Is that what
Viewers?
Elmerman said?
Listeners, we'll be back next week with the next round of Mech Combat with the new and improved and upgraded Edge Harrier. So let's see how that turns out. See you all next week on Powerless.
Yay!